What up, homies? Welcome to episode 48 of our Disco Elysium playthrough. Slowly but surely, all the little loose ends and leads combine together as we, I assume, enter the late game of this playthrough. We begin today by debriefing with Kim about the things we found in the abandoned lorry and realize the connections between the hanged man, the drug trafficking, and the Hardy Boys. So the next stop is Everett, the union boss, to try and see what he has to say about all of this. On our way there, though, we try our luck at that one weird container again, and this time we manage to open it. And inside, we pretty much find the enemy. Not specifically Harry's enemy, or my enemy, or your enemy, everyone's enemy. It's a hyper-capitalist neoliberal, a billionaire who started with a small loan of several $1,000,000 from his parents and now is so disconnected from the real world that he travels around in a shipping container so the bottom 99.9% of humanity who, according to his worldview, just need to hustle a little bit harder, don't bother him with their problems. Like, for example, solving world hunger, which he could easily do several times over. But I guess his heart just doesn't go out to that shit. Fuck that guy. Anyway, thanks for coming by, and enjoy.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce? Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? I don't think there's anything to discuss. What do you think of this?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all of this? So it turns out this is connected to the union. Will the RCM open an investigation into this ? So what about the movie posters?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin. Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile. Could the film industry be involved? There were a lot of women.
Yes, well...
He doesn't say more.
Unimportant.
Question mark? What the hell? So it turns out this is connected to... What? So it turns out this is connected to the union. Sure.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin.
Will the RCM open an investigation?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
I'm
There
not a
are more
fan,
than
but
enough
sure.
grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption.
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Is that why the other guys are here? Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over. After you.
And we got the thought. Jamrock Shuffle.
The Jamrock Shuffle. In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows, maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
Okay. Bonuses from the thought. Find better loot and locked containers. Okay. Sure, let's keep it for now. Better loot is better loot. So we can talk to the Hardy Boys again, but locked containers. How many locked containers are there? Haven't we been everywhere? This probably is where perception comes into play too. I want to talk to Everard first, before we go to the Hardy Boys and then go to Joyce at one point. Oh yeah, didn't we need the conceptualization to convince Cindy that she gives us there's a box there, that she gives us the brush? Man, let me get at this box.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Probably have to knock him out to get at that, huh? Let's go with that funky race classification again.
There is nothing funky. I cannot put...
Leave. Shit. Can't get there. Any other locked containers? Ooh, what's that? A giant ass print on the pillow and the pattern of coffee rings in the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. There's nothing new in here, right?
Stands steady as ever. The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Alright. I don't think any containers that we've been at so far will, reopen. Or reseal themselves so we can find more shit. Wait, what's that? Can't look at it. Anything else in here?
Snow is quietly covering the numerous wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable. Looks like I had a lot of fun. I am still not completely convinced it was me. I must have been on an advanced scouting mission in the harbor. This is sad.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
This is the night.
What did we need here?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If any...
Do we have more rhetoric clothes? I think we're wearing most of them. Oh no, we're wearing minus rhetoric shit. Here. What's the negative? Empathy. No need to wear this, but
You're back before the cargo container.
72%?
Its drawer has not lessened despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you. A beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Hello? Is there anybody in there?
The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
A wry smile crosses the lieutenant's face.
Try again.
If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk to you.
Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Mega rich, light bending guy. What?
You can't be serious.
Fuck you, bitch. Alright, what the hell is going on in here? Oh my god, what the fuck?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
Oh my god, it's the enemy.
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
Damn, we had a visual calculus test and we failed it. It was a 20, so we had to have rolled a double six.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello! What's going on in here? Wow. Hello.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
What you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes. Who are you? We should get back to our investigation. Thanks for your time. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days.
There's genuine surprise in his voice.
Anyhow, my name is Rustam Theodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Mr. Diodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Harrier Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
How did you become so rich? What are you doing in this container? You're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money?
Could you please stop asking everyone for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM.
I don't give
to
a
be
fuck.
perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
But Kim, I also can't afford to look any better than I do now. That's why I need the money. You're right, that was extremely unprofessional. I apologize. No, I need money.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Wow, that's perfect. How much can you get for this? That's like that weird disconnected person that was asking, how much are bananas? 12 bucks? Who knows? It gets me almost nothing.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest.
Ugh. Investment guy, sure.
Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
Horrible.
These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's
Oh my god.
in the water.
Oh, that's so cool. Conceptualization godly. Present a sound investment plan or present an investment plan that is sure to fail. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we need to level conceptualization. Cool. I definitely want to do this. Of course, we can do both of them. Okay, so how did you become so rich?
Oh lord, not this again.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, sure, Kim, I think it is.
It is. Socioeconomic status. Why do I have... What is going on down here? Why is that my cash amount all of a sudden? Because I'm talking to this guy? I'm a millionaire now?
And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother. Herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Graz.
Inheritance. As per usual. I just realized, by the way, that we are in this weird loop here as well. It's all distorted and shit. He got it from his family, of course.
All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
I
mean, this is very on the nose, of course.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
Why is that? Am I suddenly rich just because I'm in his vicinity? Is that some sort of joke on trickle-down economics or whatever? What is it like being an extremely high net worth individual? Cool, but I want to ask you about something else. So what it's like being that guy?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level.
Yeah, sure. Who's the cause for that?
But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what.
It's like that example where you buy one house and go into debt. At the end of that shit, you have that one house. If you buy 10 houses and go into a little bit more debt, you've got 10 houses to sell off. But he can afford it. And he's gonna be rich, even more than he is now. Even more than I am at the moment. Continue.
Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
You're right, capital accumulation is its own reward. Don't you think that you should use your great wealth for the glory of your fatherland? You're a thief. People out there are working their asses off while you chill here. It's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of the society? Cool, I don't even have any interesting replies. You're a thief.
And that's what? Unjust? I think it's perfectly just.
His tone is ever so slightly less agreeable than before. What do you mean? You're using your money as its own justification.
Listen, Mr. Dubois, I used to be an idealist just like you.
Of course.
But the truth is that we have no objective system by which to measure someone's value other than the market. We should just embrace that rather than resist it.
Says the guy with all the wealth. Yeah, sure. Continue.
The hand that allocates resources among men is invisible and cruel, but it is steady, measured, indeed, it is just.
No, it's not. It's also not invisible. It's a very distinct group of people. Man, being a high net worth individual sounds great. Say nothing.
Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Blinds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
Feels like he is some kind of black hole, right? This light bending shit turns him kind of into a black hole, which would also fit, because all the money, all the wealth in this world just gets lost in him, into this black hole, this void of, capital accumulation, and you can't really do anything about it. Instead, the closer you get to him, you get this distorted as well. His essence seems to signify actual surprise. Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different. It's actually nothing. No, first one.
Are you talking about my chin?
What? No, I mean, I can't even see you. It's as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The hell?
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth among that group of individuals. It's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
So that means he's got all the money. I have nothing. Why is that here? So what is our coefficient? I mean, it's probably 0.9998. Are you telling me that you are so rich that light literally bends around your face? What's our coefficient?
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient for you and this individual appears to be 0.9998. Repeating.
That's what I said. What the hell? Nice. Cool. I did not play this before.
That's not good for you.
Cool. Hi. Okay, are you telling me that you are so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things.
More.
Calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Lowly single-digit billionaire. Man, he... really? I'm calm.
That's good.
Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff?
I see nothing of the sort.
Oh my
To
god.
be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Alright.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think.
What the hell?
By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
We're in Martinez, the district of Revachol, the former capital of the world. We're in Martinez. There's a pretty good hostel here called the Whirling and Rags. We're in Martinez. There's a cool church here. We're in Martinez. There's a creepy abandoned commercial area here. I really don't know. I think I'm gonna go for the church because there's this anomaly there.
Was it Krasmazov that said, religion is parolidon for the masses? He may have been a commoner, but we're in agreement about that. Still, I imagine the architecture is quite lovely. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Ah. This guy is a great representation. Also this, again, artistic representation of him being this black hole of wealth. Cool. Wait, why don't you help them? You've got so much money it can't make a difference to you. So you travel from place to place via shipping container. So first one, but obviously, they have to work hard and they're gonna be rich too.
There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more and they never seem to do anything interesting with it. Except more seagulls.
So living. That's what you're saying.
Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
So you travel from place to place via shipping container?
Smart, It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to.
It's cool. He's so disconnected from society. He's not part of anything. He doesn't even travel in the world anymore. He's inside of his container enjoying his wealth while he's himself as a black hole. nice metaphor.
Luxury yachts, high-fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Yeah. So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle? Those things all sound pretty nice. Yawn. Yeah, that does sound pretty tiresome. So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
The bending light appears to wink. Alright, we gotta get back here. Trick this guy somehow. Conceptualization. It's a 16, it's not impossible, it's just godly, so we could boost that a bit. We should get back to our investigation. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have an idea you want to pitch me, I'm all ears.
Alright. No! Cool. The more I went away from him, the less my money got. The lower my money got. Cool. Alright. Let's see what Everard has to say. Do you know that there's this guy in here? Hey, can I sniff this guy?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back. Sure, mister. Absolutely.
You seem to know
always
everyone
willing
around here. I
help
want to
out
ask about someone.
Mr. Everard doesn't
hi.
really want me to talk to people about union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
Tell me about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everard's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say.
Let me stop you there, Leo. I had another question. Don't interrupt, Leo. What? Let me stop you there.
Huh? Sure, mister. What is it?
Tell me about Manana.
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everard sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
Oil for the wheels. Much needed in stressful times like these.
Tell me about Measurehead.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that.
Okay, he's afraid.
Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
Tell me about the guy in the container.
Who do you mean, mister?
He's rubbing his nape and looking at you with childlike innocence.
You do realize he might just be a figment of your imagination.
No.
right?
The fancy guy in a suit in that container over there. Point to it.
I don't know anyone like this, mister. Maybe he's one of Mr. Everard's fancy friends. He knows all kinds of fancy people with suits and purdy carriages.
Leo falls silent.
He really feels very uncomfortable discussing matters related to Everard with you.
Tell me about Titus.
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort old Titus is.
Okay, sure. Tell me about Everard.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everard would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
If anything, the ever-present smile on Leo's face gets even warmer. Tell me about René.
The night guard. Ooh, he's a peculiar fellow. He's the strong, silent type, you could say. We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza. I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old René. They lived on the same street their entire lives, even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember. Strange fellows. Mr. Martin was always real nice to me in school. I remember once.
Hold up, Gaston was your human Gaston was your human studies teacher. I have another person in mind. No, first one.
Mr. Martin, yes. Don't really remember much about him. I was just a boy back then.
I want to talk about something else. I think that's
Sure,
it.
mister.
All right.
What can Leo do?
Good to know. Let's see what Everard has to say about the lorry and maybe about this capitalist piece of trash in the container.
Mr. Dubois, the word in Martinez is a certain police officer is once again happily reunited with his service weapon. Congratulations, my friend.
He winks at you.
I prefer my police officers old-fashioned like that, with a gun. You can do so many things with a gun that you can't do without one. Now, what can I help you with?
I've just finished investigating the local drug trade. Look, my gun. Show it to him. Remember the container I asked you about? Turns out there's a mega-rich light-bending guy inside.
Mega-rich light-bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
He's so rich he could get in anywhere. Slime like him must have oozed in through the cracks. He must have been in the container when someone accidentally closed the door. I don't know how he got in here and there. He must have been in there. Slime like him.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega-rich light-bending guys.
Nothing can stop an innovative mind. I think he wants to take down the proletariat. Everard, kill? Kim, tell him he was there. You know, some of him may have been a figment of my imagination. Kim, tell him he was there.
There was a guy in the container, but he didn't bend any light. That was in the detective's head.
Honestly, guys, we might be moving a spot of drugs through this harbour, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect.
Yes, for God's sake, you're a socialist. The mega-rich are people too. He was a nice man, gave me stock tips. Yes, the transportation of the mega-rich should be more tightly regulated. Didn't seem like he was safe. You should be honored by the presence of this magus. He was of half Rivasholian blood and amassed his wealth using the mysterious bond of nationhood. What the fuck? Yes, for God's sake, you're a socialist.
You're right, Harry. I am a socialist. I'm going to catch the mega-rich guy inside the container and harvest his energy to power the harbour's fog lights.
What the fuck?
I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
What, man, what the hell? I've just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
What the hell, man?
Actually, Rivashol doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him. Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
Look, my gun.
My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased I am the two of you are reunited. Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up?
The big man pauses to tap on his chin. You could say that she tried to kill me. Not at all. The important thing is I got my gun back. She tried to kill me.
I told you she was a piece of work, Harry. But I knew you could handle it. I know my special policeman. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right and armed again.
Right, that's it? Nothing else? Okay. How much conceptualization can we get? I think just +2, right? This one, or this shirt and this jacket is all the conceptualization stuff that we have. So we have to level up some of that. Which we wanted to do either way, because we want to improve our chance of getting the brush from Cindy. There's nothing else in here. We've not inspected this shirt. The man from Helmdal is standing in front of a burning village, dual-wielding his ever-present Zweihanders. His muscles look ready to burst out of the two-dimensional print and into your three-dimensional life. -2 authority, too old for this shirt. So I can put this on. Do we have any other physical instrument? Clothes? I think we do. What about our pants? Yeah? This is minus. Oh, here. This yeah, the tank top. Wait, okay. Shit, actually, didn't need to buy that. We already have a shirt that gives physical instrument. Fuck. Wasted $3. Oh yeah. Okay, I guess next thing to do is go off, visit Joyce, talk to her about that shit that we found out. Maybe get a level from that. Where are we? 57? Might be. Do we have a thought that's currently going? Oh yeah, this one here. That's still 9 hours away. But it's gonna be today, so not that far off. And maybe we get a skill level up and we could put one skill point into conceptualization so we're better. Maybe paint that wall. And then we're gonna spend some time during the day until it's 10 p.m. and visit up with the communist meeting. Hopefully get inside because we got that tip for the passphrase from Manana. So that's the next plan.